out there tonight. When you bring emotion, you will not be stopped. When you go back through the history of Mater Dei, we've had great players, and the great players are spread throughout the decades. Heisman Trophy winners, John Hewart, and there were a lot of CIF players of the year.
Malik McMorris is the fullback. He gets the nod straight ahead, and he is rumbling across midfield now.
When I think of Malik, I think of him as probably being one of the better ones. He is a tremendous, tremendous player, tremendous individual too, and a kid we can count on.
I grew up, watched a couple games, and I thought it was really cool. The reason I really came here, kind of in a sense, was I clearly just remember this moment. Me and my mom were driving down here on Edinger, and she goes, "Malik, I think I want you to go to that school one day." And I thought it was a college because it's just really big and whatnot. So that's kind of always just been in the back of my head, and it was the place for me.
One day he just turned around and said the word ball. You know, it's the thing he used to be saying daddy or mommy. You know, and the first word that he said was ball. I knew from that point on he was going to be doing something athletic.
For the past 3 years, he's been a starter as a defensive end for our football team. Done great, done well against bigger guys, has perfect technique, doesn't fear anybody.
He can walk in and probably lift half the gym and take it to the house tonight. He is that strong. His lower body strength, his get off the football, his acceleration is incredible. He is the ultimate competitor.
I love to compete. That's something my mom instilled in me at a very young age, and just wanting it more than the other guy across from me.
I've had great fullbacks, but I've never had a fullback at 285 pounds who can catch it out of the backfield, who can dive over piles, who can push piles.
And it's McMorris plowing in for the touchdown.
I know that he plays for his mom, so that's why, we're just seeing a whole new level of Malik.
She was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2012.
Her and my dad sat us all down and told us. She said she was going to be fine, but slowly it got to her.
When my wife was sick, I would work in the midnight shift, 12 to 8, and take care of her during the day. And Malik, he'd look after her at night.
Towards the end of her life, I was always there. I really didn't go anywhere junior year. I was always staying home, helping her.
We had a hard fight with that, and we did everything that we could do. But we lost that battle.
His mother was the one that got him into throwing. And so I knew that, he was out there working even harder, to make her proud.
Last year he won state for the boys in shot put and discus.
I don't really get too excited when I'm throwing out there. I'm really focused, and when I threw the big one, I kind of gave the fist pump in there knowing we had it. It was great. For me personally though, me and my mom talked about doing that and winning it, and when it happened, I was just so happy.
Deep down inside him, he felt that he had done, something that his mom would always be very, very proud of him, for.
To even think about being 16 years old and going through a year that he went through with his mom suffering and then passing, it has to be an incredible burden.
The challenge of my mom having cancer did help me to grow up as a person. She always preached that grades were the most important, which is very true. So that's why every day in school I just try to do my best, and then out on the field as well, just try to do my best like she would do.
He's a kind, generous person, just like his mom, and devoted. Knows what he wants out of life.
Us adults, we have visions for our children. And when you look at Malik McMorris, if you're a dad, you hope that your son is like him. You hope that he grows up like him.
My hope for the future is to go to a college and play both sports, football and track, excel at both.
I believe he could do both sports. He has a great build. Kid has motivation. He wants to push to his limit, beyond his limit.
I see that type of opportunity for Malik, but yet I still believe in my heart of hearts that as this season unwinds and coaches get out and start viewing games, somebody's going to stand on a table in a recruiting office and say, guys, we're missing the boat if we don't go with this kid. And I'm telling you right now, somewhere you and I in the next 3 or 4 years will read about this young man, not just as a player, but as a person.